What do I bring to a team? You know, I feel like I'm a 23-year-old man in this process that's ready to play professional football. I'm not a guy that has any type of liability. There is no background checks on me, not any trouble with alcohol, drugs, anything like that. I'm ready to get into an NFL team and play professional football. I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to get things done.
Here we go again. Luke Inman back again in the ZoneCoverage.com studio with my guy Sam Ekstrom. We're going position by position, breaking down our top 5 for the 2019 NFL Draft. You need an offensive tackle or lineman? Guess what? You're in luck. Finally, after years, we've got a good class. Very deep at not only offensive tackle, but interior, which we'll get to later on in the day. Starting at the top, my number 1 tackle, Sam's number 3, comes from Florida, Jawaan Taylor. Big as you can get, strong as an ox, and again, he was finally given a good offensive line coach this year, and it showed. Finally, he was able to harness some of that raw potential and again, ability, and he looked every bit the part of a top 10 pick. This guy could be a cornerstone for you at right tackle, where he played a lot of in Florida. If you want to try him at left tackle, you can, but in today's day and age, with guys like Von Miller rushing off the edge on both sides, Jawaan Taylor seems more comfortable at right tackle. This guy could be a plug and play for the next 10 years.
Only reason I've got Taylor down at my number 3, I just worry a little bit about discipline. Very high penalty numbers in college. His weight might be an issue. He's lost a lot of weight, credit to him for that. He's got his body in better shape. I do worry though, if he were to get out of shape, what that would look like. He's my number 3, still a lot of raw talent there. Jonah Williams is such a safe bet. 3-year starter at Alabama. He can play tackle, could maybe even kick into guard. 21 years old, playing in the trenches in the SEC. Jonah Williams is my number 1.
Well, and he played at Alabama, so he played against the top competition in the entire country. He held his own against guys like Christian Wilkins and Clelin Ferrell from Clemson, and a handful of other big-name pass rushers that ultimately he's going to face in the NFL. He held his own. He did a great job. He gives you some versatility early in his career at Alabama. He did play center. I think you're going to get the most value out of him, though, keeping him at left tackle. Again, like Sam said, clean prospect, very safe. Maybe not quite as high as upside as Dillard or Jawaan Taylor, but again, safe. 12 to Miami, I see 15 or 16 to the team like the Panthers. I don't see him slipping all the way to 18, unfortunately, for our Vikings fans.
Let's talk about Dillard, because this guy is really interesting. Comes out of a pass-heavy Mike Leach offense, pass blocked for like 800 pass attempts last year, and I think he's only allowed 1 sack in 3 seasons. Amazing numbers. Now, I've heard Mike Zimmer say this many times. When you get offensive linemen that don't learn in a pro style, it takes them a while to adjust to the NFL. That's the one concern with Dillard. Otherwise, there's really no red flags.
Yeah, I saw him down at the Senior Bowl. I actually spoke with him. You can check that interview out on ZoneCoverage.com. But Andre Dillard is as smooth as an athlete for such a big man as you'll find in this entire group. Ultra, again, athletic and great with a first quick step. If you're running a zone scheme like Gary Kubiak, for example, in Minnesota will do, this is the guy that you're always going to go back to and say, this fits our scheme and what we want to do very well. What worries me? He just doesn't have that base yet. He doesn't have that strong, stout, again, anchor to hold up on the tackle position against guys like, again, Von Miller, Khalil Mack. He's just not strong enough. You mentioned Sam Sayed. He's probably going to take a year or 2 as well. When you're thinking about the Vikings specifically, what worries me is their window is now. They need a plug-and-play guy that's going to contribute right away. Dillard, although the upside is huge, it just may take him a year or 2. That's why he's my number 4 tackle.
Dalton Risner, who's on both of our lists, out of Kansas State, Big 12, 23 years old, all the accolades in the world, all conference, all American, apparently one of the best character guys in the draft. Risner, probably going to be there in the middle of the first round. Also, maybe some tackle guard flexibility.
Great flexibility. I like him best at right tackle, but again, you're talking about a safe prospect like a Jonah Williams. Risner's not too far behind him. Clean. Again, he loves the game. When you throw on the tape, this guy wants to throw your face in the dirt. That's the kind of offensive tackle and lineman I think a lot of people in the NFL would love to have. Reisner, for some reason, not being talked about in the top 15 picks. If a team like the Raiders with all those extra picks can steal him at pick 25, 28, wherever they're sitting at, I think that's a perfect sweet spot for a safe pick like Dalton Reisner.
And safe to say, we've got Greg Little, number 5 at Ole Miss. Safe to say that maybe before last season, he might have been higher up on this list, but some questions about his motor. He tested very poorly, not very fast. That might have sunk in a little bit.
I don't know why all these Ole Miss prospects are boom or bust, but that's just the way it is this year. Like his teammate DK Metcalf, Greg Little has all the tools that every NFL team is going to look after and covet. Very inconsistent, questionable red flags with how much he loves the game, and again, how much is he giving 100% on every play. Hate to even have those concerns. That's why he slips down to our top 5. Nonetheless, though, the power, the length, and the potential, too good to leave off the top 5. Greg Little from Ole Miss, clearly past that first tier into that second tier, but a guy that in round 2, once these first 4 guys are gone, somebody's going to love to get their hands on Greg Little.
Check out the rest of our zone coverage position ranking videos on this page. We're going offense, defense, every position, our top 5. He's Luke, I'm Sam. Thanks for watching.